Every Kingdom Hearts game has a sad ending. Kingdom Hearts 1, Riku, Kairi, and Sora are separated, with no certainty they'll ever see each other again. Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memory, Sora is put to sleep unaware if he'll ever wake up again. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. Xion is forced to give her life to somebody who she doesn't know or care about, leaving Axel and Roxas behind. Kingdom Hearts 2, Roxas is forced to do the same so Sora can continue his journey. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Ventus is shattered, Aqua is trapped in the darkness, and Terra loses his body to Master Xehanort. Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, we learn every Keyblade wielder killed each other, simply because there was the possibility of a traitor. Kingdom Hearts Coded, Sora, Riku, and Kairi are burdened with the responsibility to save all these people. Kingdom Hearts 2.8, A Fragmentary Passage. We learn Aqua never gave up and even saved Riku at some point, however she's still trapped in the darkness. Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, Sora attempts to acquire the power necessary to save all these people, however he fails. Not only that, but he almost gets overtaken by the enemy, forcing Riku, Axel, and Mickey to save him. For years, these tragedies just had to be accepted as facts, because we've all played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, which take place after these stories, and the name Aqua, Terra, or Ventus are never mentioned. Neither is Xion, and Roxas and Naminé sort of just have to accept that they'll never really be their own person. So this game now has the Herculean task of giving a satisfying ending to all these stories, and in my opinion, this game fucking delivers. Seeing a broken and depressed Aqua finally being able to look up at a blue sky just makes you feel some sort of way. Friends who, even when the universe was against them, never gave up on being together again. Being able to hold each other with tears running down their eyes. Not to mention my personal favorite character Xion, who could have easily been written out of the story as a one-shot. Who not even her closest friends remembered because she was never meant to exist, a real nobody. As soon as things calmed down, Xion, covered in tears, looking at her friends, takes one step forward like a lost puppy looking for acceptance, hoping that after all she's done, she'll still be accepted by her friends, and the first thing she gets is a big old hug from both of them. Now you could say there's one person who gets a sad ending, and that would be our titular hero Sora. And damn right, I love this man, but we all know that he is the main character and nothing bad will happen to him, because in the next Kingdom Hearts we'll be playing as him. Now I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't make a lot of sense the way a lot of these people are saved. I mean, Roxas damn right just flies out of the sky and appears in the middle of a battle that he was nowhere near, but I personally don't mind because this game was made by Disney, where true love's kiss can cure curses, and just believing in yourself and never giving up can get you through any hardship. So I'm not going to just sit here and tell you why people should just stay dead, just because I wasn't satisfied with the logic, or rather lack of, to bring them back. Kingdom Hearts 3 takes a gamble that not many other games are willing to take. It makes deep references to its own lore, things that only its most loyalist fans would be able to understand. And while this may alienate newer players or even casual fans, it really rewards those fans who really went the extra mile and kept up with all the Kingdom Hearts lore given out throughout the years. Seeing all the powers that Lingering Will used to kick your ass being used against Xehanort, or even simply knowing that Lingering Will was in the Keyblade graveyard, knowing who the boy with the white hair was when he appeared as Sora lunged into a bunch of Heartless, understanding that all the Keyblades that were being used against the Heartless were actually player names, and those are just some of the references that players could finally be satisfied have gotten good representation on the mainline series. Well, all the emotional stuff aside, I think it's time for a sudden shift in tone. I hear you thinking, well, okay, sure, the ending's cool, but what about the other 70% of the game, which is, Disney shit? Well, I'm going to be honest, the only world that's really important to the overall plot is the Hercules world, because in the Hercules world, he explains how he acquired his power by simply really just being on the spawn and wanting to save Meg. And Sora does the same thing with Ventus. He was just on the spot and he realized that he really needed to save Aqua, so he acquired the power. So the question arises, was the rest of the game just a waste of time? And well, to that I say, hell no! It's motherfucking Disney, bro. You up here with Buzz and Woody, fucking shit up, saving the city with Big Hero 6, going through the oceans with Jack Sparrow, and that's not even all of them. And it's not like in other Kingdom Hearts games where like the only real difference between worlds is like the backgrounds. Here you go to Pirates of the Caribbean and you're actually in the ocean battling ships. In Toy Story you're driving a mech and battling other mechs. It's like a brand new game in each different world. Not to mention that you no longer have to replace somebody in your party to bring somebody from the Disney world in. You could just have everybody in there with you at the same time. And you perform amazing and cinematic team attacks with them to reference their movies. Shit, they even got the whole Frozen song in one of these worlds. This is all stuff that other Kingdom Hearts games could only dream of having. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't care about the Disney stuff in Kingdom Hearts games. It's very loosely connected to the story most of the time, and the Disney characters almost always have no impact on the story. So I was pretty uninterested on the first 70% of the game, because I just wanted those plot resolutions that I've been waiting for years for. But you have to understand that Kingdom Hearts is a Disney game. If all you care about is just the anime stuff, you're probably better off playing a game that strictly focuses on that stuff like Final Fantasy. Because the first 70% of this game is clearly targeted at a casual demographic. People who bought this game because they saw Elsa from Frozen in some sort of advertisement on Facebook. People who watched Toy Story and saw, oh wow, Toy Story's in this game, well, let's go get on that. And I think it's a fair trade for just how much fan service there is towards the end of this game. Now, in all honesty, I do believe that Kingdom Hearts 1 balanced the Disney stuff with the Kingdom Hearts stuff the best. One of my favorite moments in all of Kingdom Hearts is when you lose your Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Beast has to protect you. It really makes you realize that you're not just fighting for yourself and there's other characters that are suffering because of the stuff happening. But as Kingdom Hearts continued, Disney World stopped being an extension of the main story and became sort of attractions that you visit, completely separated from the main story. And I'd say this game is the one that focuses on that the most. As I said before, every Disney World feeling heavily different from each other. But as I said before, the only Kingdom Hearts game that really tried to balance Disney with its main story was Kingdom Hearts 1. I would love for them to balance this out more. But now Kingdom Hearts is using more modern movies, and so Square Enix can't just do whatever the hell they want with them. I'm sure Disney is very specific about what they can and can't do with their characters. So at this point, Kingdom Hearts is more of a we have Disney rather than we are Disney, with only the main mascots like Mickey, Donald, Goofy really being able to do whatever the hell they want. And at this point, I have to say that I think Disney is holding Kingdom Hearts as a franchise back. If they focus less on bringing in new players, on favoring kids, on bringing up Disney fans, and focus more on the fun, exhilarating, and challenging gameplay that they have, they can be the next Devil May Cry 5, which cut off all the fat and managed to focus on the things that people love about the Devil May Cry franchise. Now that's probably the most controversial thing I've said, but people love the original Kingdom Hearts characters. Now this is a Square Enix game, so instead of maybe traveling to Disney worlds, you would travel to different Square Enix worlds. Now at that point, not only do they have full creative freedom over the characters and the story, but they can focus on marketing this game towards hardcore gamers who've played other Square Enix games and want to see them resurface in Kingdom Hearts. As Sora, being able to visit Nier Automata, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 7, and really making these worlds an extension of the Kingdom Hearts story. And instead of adding fun gimmicks for kids, really just focusing on the core combat in Kingdom Hearts, and being able to be darker because Disney won't be there babysitting you, telling you what you can and can't do in your story. That would, in my opinion, develop Kingdom Hearts into a better series as a whole. Now with all that said, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 did the best with what it had. This is the first time we see high definition graphics with extremely fun and unique gameplay. Now I've heard complaints about the attractions and the wide reaction commands, but I mean, they are optional, nobody's forcing you to use them. And I think they fit Sora just about right, because in Kingdom Hearts, characters have always had these overpowered attacks that just, destroy everything and make him invincible, but that would be specifically for the bosses. So now you have your own invincible attack, which is a bunch of damage. And for the type of personality that Sora has, I am not surprised that his definition of a super strong attack is a freaking Disney, right? I swear to God, most people that complained about the attractions did not know you could scroll through them with left trigger. Now my only real complaints about the game would be that the new voice actor for Xehanort just does not do as much of a good job as Leonard Nimoy, and the game was a bit too easy, which by extension doesn't force you to use a lot of the bonus stuff like Remy's cooking and stuff. And that by Xehanort really being a good guy the whole time kind of ruined his character. However, the game successfully moved the franchise to HD consoles. I mean, just arriving to Twilight Town and looking around at all the NPCs talking and actually living there, compared to the old empty Twilight Town, really makes you feel happy. I love Kingdom Hearts for the Kingdom Hearts. Not for the Disney references, not for the Final Fantasy reference, but for the Kingdom Hearts stuff. The overly complicated story, the inept optimism that Sora always shows, and the cheesy message that just friendship and never giving up can get you through anything. And of course, the surprisingly deep and challenging combat. As long as those things keep going, I will always love this franchise. And yes, Kingdom Hearts 3 might have slightly slacked on that last part, but I still love it because it has all the other stuff. and the deep combat is still there if you manage to find it. And with the critical mode DLC coming soon, I'm sure this last patch will be filled soon. And just to cover this up real quickly, I freaking hate whenever people are like, well, how am I supposed to know what the hell's going on if this game doesn't tell me the story? Well, you know, there is a lot of games that came before this. This is the end, not the beginning. This is not beginner friendly. I've already covered this, but every game in the franchise is on PS4. If you have a PS4, you could just play every game in the franchise and understand the story. If you don't want to do that, then don't complain about the story. And no, saying that you played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and you should be able to understand the story because of that is not a good excuse, because that's like watching Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron and then going to Endgame and be like, wait, where'd this Ant-Man guy come from? Wait, where'd this Captain Marvel shit come from? Because they release their own movies in between that are important to the story. You just don't skip every movie between Avengers movies and expect to know what's happening. So you don't skip every game between numbered Kingdom Hearts games and expect to know what's happening then. And like I said, they're all on PS4, so you really have no excuse. Now, I've gotten everything I've wanted to off my chest with this video. So if you enjoyed the video, like the video. If you didn't, comment why you didn't. I'm actually really curious. I will read the comments. I will try to interact because I care about this franchise, and I think people haven't been too hard on this game just because they're dick riding people like Donkey, who just doesn't like JRPGs most of the time. I even saw this really dumb review where there was this guy complaining that you can't use magic while moving because you have to scroll through your deck. So I'm actually curious if there's anybody that hates this game with any actual viability to their claims. So once again, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And if you appreciate me, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
You know, Riku has changed.
What do you mean?
Well...
You okay?
Sora! Let's take the raft and go! Just the two of us!
Huh?
Just kidding!
What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed, Kairi.
Maybe. You know, I was a little afraid at first. But now I'm ready. No matter where I go or what I see, I know I can always come back here. Right?
Yeah, of course.
That's good. Sora, don't ever change.
Huh?
I just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.